This is another episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC, celebrating 40-plus years on the fringe of show business. Stories, interviews, and comedy sets from the famous and not so famous. Here's your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
Hi, and welcome to this week's podcast. We have a great lineup of stand-up comedy for you today. Closing the show, a guy you may have heard of, Jay Leno. Yeah, he's famous. And not only was he tremendous stand-up comedy back in the 80s, he is still out touring today and is a regular at the Comedy Magic Club in Hermosa Beach each and every week. This guy is terrific. You've seen him on TV. You've seen him in the movies. You're going to hear him live later on, Jay Leno. Coming up in the feature spot, a young lady that worked a lot for me back in the early 80s. She did a little bit of TV, and she had some success on the road. In fact, she's still working today. But let's welcome Carrie Snow to the show. You'll hear her set a little bit later. But I wanted to start things off on a high note. A very talented comic that had a couple large television contracts, made many appearances on TV. He didn't become famous, but a really good stand-up comedy and had some great impressions as well. Let's kick things off with the comedy and music of James Stevens III.
Ray Charles is the only guy I know who mastered country and western music. Country and western music. I do a little country and western music myself. So. Find this redneck button on this thing. Come on, boys, you know where you are. We'll pour me another cup of coffee. Come on, y'all. And there's the best in the land. Come on, you know the word. Then I'll put a nickel in the jukebox. Well, then we're gonna play the truck driver man. Y'all wanna hear one more? It don't make no difference, they all sound just like. He did a song with Patti LaBelle. You remember that tune, On My Own, Bad for People All Over the World? What about the same, oh, baby, oh, baby. What about the same, oh, baby. What about the same, oh, baby, baby. What the same, I can't believe it. I see all my favorite singers. See, all my favorite singers are on here, man. I was thinking, why didn't they have Prince on the show? So I see Prince would probably sing Why'd I Say a different way. See the girl with the red dress on. Oh, yeah, tell me what I... Now, you remember the old days. Now, I don't understand. I'm still trying to find out where Lionel Richie is. What happened to Lionel Richie? Hello? Well, you don't think I'm singing this, do you, Dr. Ruth? Yeah, I'm going to do Kermit the Frog singing the same tune. I can see it in your smile. I don't want it, and my arms are open wide. Tell me how to win your heart because I haven't got a clue.
That was James Stevens III, a very talented comic musician who also did some impressions, as you heard. He did some TV, had a couple contracts, and it was just fun to have him come through the club. He only worked for me twice, but it was great to have him live on stage. Okay, right now, one of our regulars back in the early 80s, a talented comedian that was working the clubs all over the country and is still working today. She didn't do a lot of TV, but she's very, very funny. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Carrie Snow.
Hi, gosh, good evening. What a great audience. You're also, God, everybody looks like they bathed recently and stuff. And okay, as a favor to people, I'll acknowledge my weight from the very beginning, okay? Because I know it makes people nervous, it does. And my name's Carrie Snow. I'm fat, but I'm hot. Okay. The full-figured fox, the 18-hour gal, all right? No, No, but I'm looking at you guys. Do look nice and stuff, and I don't know. I'm looking around at you and everything. I see a couple people, a little body language, like the man with his arms crossed back there, saying "make me," and I'm working as fast as I can. Okay, I just got because I don't want to deceive you, because y'all seem so nice, and I'm not going to do any comedy here tonight. I'm here to talk about Amway. But anyway, no, I really do feel good. I should tell you how good I feel today. I do. I'm wearing all cotton. And, yeah, I should explain my outfit. A lot of people think I don't care about the way I dress, and you're right. And I'll tell you about the tennies first. The tennies are very important, because I got them because my friend Christine had them in a size 5, and they were just precious. She used to walk around like this, like, whoop, 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 whoop. Of course, these babies are 10s. They kind of look like submarines dipped in Pepto-Bismol, don't they? And the purple pants, a girl can't have too much pink and purple in her wardrobe. And the purple, I bet the last time you saw this much cloth was on a Hobie cat. But, no, I like them. When I went, are department store sales ladies snotty to you guys, or just to me? I don't know. I walk in there, and the ladies aren't nice. I found these pants, I really liked them, and I asked the sales lady if they were going to be big enough for me, and she goes, yeah, it says right here on the tag, one size fits Japan. And anyway, so I'm real happy to be here. It's always exciting because you guys are in on the show and all that stuff. I was a little nervous before the show. Can you guys tell I cut my bangs myself? Anyway, there was a lot of pressure and stuff, and I said, hey, Carrie Snow, why not ruin your hair? And I think it's important. And, no, don't you think women do self-destructive things to themselves when they're upset? I think so. I do. Oh, yeah. I've plucked my eyebrows till I looked like E.T. Have you guys seen the movie E.T.? He was pretty cute, wasn't he? Yeah. The ladies here are drinking. Oh, that lady's drinking beer. That's so attractive when a gal drinks beer. It's so nice. Yeah. Yeah, girls in public. And no, it's real fun. But my mother told me if I was going to drink, she said to drink scotch and drink like a lady. She didn't tell me to slam down 5 and go make out with firemen. But are there any firemen here tonight? Anybody's ever seen? Oh God, I got so nervous I got pelvic congestion and forgot where I was. But anybody's ever seen a fireman? Anybody who's ever lit a match? Come on, guys. Can I ask you people a question? When I was a little girl, I don't know if any of you did anybody here? I used to wish, and you notice I haven't finished one sentence since I got here. I used to just wish and wish and wish that I looked like Elizabeth Taylor. Well, now I do. You people realize, but I'm getting a vibe from you people. I like it when you're quiet, though. I really do. I like when you're quiet. It gives me a chance to think. And right now I'm thinking, Carrie, you should have learned how to type. And, but no, I'm getting a vibe from you people. And a lot of you people out there, they're saying, wow, this gal is like a mindless piece of fluff. And that's not true. In fact, I granulated from UC Berkeley, and a lot of them. No, it's true. I was a rhetoric major, and I was supposed to go to law school. Can you imagine really being in deep trouble? And you walk in the courtroom, I'm your public defender going, hi, you like my pink tennies? Can you tell I cut my bangs myself? And, but I shouldn't be terrible to guys, because I like guys a lot, like repeatedly. And men are getting more sensitive these days. They really are. I think so. It's tough, though, when you go out with a guy and you order a double scotch and he orders a pink lady. But, see, I'm originally from San Francisco, and that's where the men are men and the women are lonely. And I admit to you right here, a couple of guys I used to go out with in San Francisco later decided that they were gay, and for a while there I thought I was a carrier of some sort. Kind of the transition team, as it were. But no, men really are getting more sensitive, honestly. Just the other night at a very intimate moment, a man said to me, do you have any form of protection? I said, yeah, Blue Cross. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
That was Carrie Snow live on stage. When it came to females in comedy and comedy about being a woman, Carrie always brought it. The audiences liked her a lot, and she's still working today. And let's end things with some great stand-up comedy by one of the stars of the comedy world. He has had many TV shows. He's been on stage thousands of times. In fact, he's still doing large concerts today. But back in the early 80s, he was a regular at my club. In fact, I produced a couple concerts with him that were hugely successful. Ladies and gentlemen, here's some comedy by Jay Leno.
Thank you, Scott. Hey, who says you have to pay more than $29 for a suit and 2 pairs of pants, huh? Boy. Who says they don't have a nice selection down there, that Sears Husky, huh, boy? I think he mentioned that. Well, good to see everybody. Welcome to the show. Some people coming in fashionably late there. Welcome. I like this room. This kind of looks like the rec room of the USS Enterprise, doesn't it? Kind of, expect Spock to be playing 3-dimensional checkers in here somewhere. Oh, well, let's see what's been on the news. Well, Reagan was on the news 2 nights ago. He says he wants the Army to go to war on drugs. Well, where the hell was he when we were in Vietnam? We went to war on drugs once already. Jesus. Why don't we try going to war without drugs once in a while? Maybe we'll win one of these stupid things. Of course, George Bush, he's got the classic supply-side economics approach to this thing. He says in 6 months, they want to cut the drug supply in this country in half. See, that's classic Republican thinking. They figure by cutting the supply in half, the price will rise to the point where dealers and junkies are going to go, that's it, we're not paying that kind of money. I'm sorry. Nancy Reagan was out here recently, about 3 weeks ago? She was on the Joan Rivers show, and she was also at the Beverly Hills Hotel, where she was given the Humanitarian of the Year award. Yeah, I'm glad she beat out that conniving little bitch, Mother Teresa, huh? Boy, it's good to see the right people win once in a while, isn't it? Sure it is. I guess she won for the work she's done on her anti-drug program. And I'll tell you something, I don't use drugs, I don't believe in drugs, I don't condone drugs. Yet, when I see Nancy Reagan talk against drugs, I want to shoot up and die in the street. I don't know, there's something annoying about the woman there. They had a segment on the news the other night about Walter Reed Hospital. These people that are always ready and waiting to operate on the president whenever the president is ill. Now, here's something. Whether Republican or Democrat, I think we all want the president to feel good, but sometime in this country, when the president is ill, the news media tells us a lot more about the illness than I think most people really care to know, Like, whenever Reagan gets that intestinal thing, just tell me he's going to be okay. I don't need Dan Rather every night with that Procto camera. We can see the polyp now! Morton Dean is screaming in the background. They found blood in the stool, Dan! They found blood in the stool. Hello, it is 6 o'clock. Someone's trying to have dinner here in America.
That was Jay Leno live on my stage back in the early 80s. And he was a huge help with the club back in the day. And as I mentioned, we did a couple large concerts with him. Jay is and was always a terrific stand-up comic. And we got a chance to showcase Carrie Snow and James Stevens III. So thanks for listening. We want to thank our acts, James Stevens III, Carrie Snow, and Jay Leno. We'll be back next week with another great show. Thanks for listening. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC. For information on the show, merchandise, and our sponsors, or to send comments to Scott, visit our website at www.standupyourhostandmc.com. Look for more episodes soon and enjoy the world of stand-up comedy. Visit a comedy showroom near you.